The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. As Jesus continued his journey to Jerusalem, he traveled through Samaria and Galilee. As he was entering a village, 10 lepers met him. They stood at a distance from him and raised their voice, saying, "Jesus, Master, have pity on us." And when he saw them, he said, "Go show yourselves to the priests." As they were going, they were cleansed. And one of them, realizing he had been healed, returned, glorifying God in a loud voice. And he fell at the feet of Jesus and thanked him. He was a Samaritan. Jesus said in reply, 10 were cleansed, were they not? Where are the other 9? Has none but this foreigner returned to give thanks to God? Then he said to him, "Stand up and go. Your faith has saved you." The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
I think in recent years and just currently, the notion of gratitude has just really risen to the forefront of just kind of overall personal health. You know, people are encouraged to give thanks. It does good for the mind, things like that. So it's a natural phenomenon that gratitude does good to the person, but it even is a supernatural reality, the value of giving thanks to God. In fact, many people would say that gratitude is the fundamental response to God. So even in the Mass, we would say, let us give thanks to the Lord. It is right and just. It's right and just to give thanks to the Lord. It's a powerful virtue and attribute in our life. And I think maybe the lesson here is that you have to choose it. It can come natural, but when we choose to be thankful, it opens us up to all sorts of good health in our lives, but also it opens ourselves up to God. So, this is what we do every morning here. We offer the Eucharistic sacrifice, the thanksgiving sacrifice to God the Father on behalf of the merits of Jesus Christ. So that's what we're doing here today. And when we give thanks here, Jesus shows up, right? When we continually give thanks, it continues to be an encounter with God. But we got to choose it. And that's what I think, you could glean a lot out of our gospel today. It's one of those that does speak for itself. But as well is one guy chose it. 9 didn't, but 1 did. And when he chose it, it continually was an encounter with God. And I guess maybe that's my encouragement today. We're choosing to come to Mass today, and God shows up. If we choose to give thanks out there, it roots us in the present moment as a gift, and that's where God can be found, in the right now. He's here. He provides. He will provide. Things like that. It just grounds us in God. So I think it is right and just. In fact, it's our duty in salvation, as that preface would say, to give thanks to God. That's what we do. It's our responsibility. But if we continue this choice out there, if we be one of the 10%, you might say, who just choose to give thanks on a regular basis, it's an encounter with God. And we can be at peace. There's all sorts of benefits at that. But the greatest gift is just, okay, it receives the moment. Here's God. Here I am. We're good. So may we choose to give thanks first because it's right and just to God, but it also is a continual encounter with Him. So may we do what we do here and choose it out there, and we can remain that peaceful, stable, receptive vessel of the gift of the present moment and continually encounter God.